starting to feel like there's something stood behind me, which is a really weird feeling.
If ghosts exist, etc., then this would be the place.
I feel so uneasy all of a sudden. This place has changed now that everyone else has gone to sleep.
That is paranormal.
It has to be. It's one of the few times where I can't think of any other version. There's no other explanation. Hello and welcome to Ghost Theory. In this episode, we investigate inside Tudor World. Now, apparently this place is so haunted that Elliot decided that we should go for my birthday. So I decided to lock him up and throw a sponge head at him. Boo!
Ow. That was heavier than what it was. Ouch. We're here to investigate a Tudor mansion with lots and lots of... Ow. Will you fuck off? I can't see anything. What are you going to throw?
I'll throw a head at you.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't work. That's all I've got.
That's it. Let's go. Hello and welcome to Ghost Theory. Now we are actually here at Tudor World, where this amazing Tudor mansion's been turned into a kind of museum in order to showcase the horrible history of the Tudors.
Yeah, but that's why it's called Tudor World.
Yeah.
Well, it should be Tudor House, shouldn't it? Or Tudor block.
It could be, yeah.
A long house of Tudor stuff. But I mean, we've had a look around already, but there's one part we haven't been in yet, which apparently would be the most active part of the building.
Yeah.
And we've got stories because this is sort of connected to when we went to Stoneleigh Abbey and the police got us involved. This is also how we got into here as well.
Yeah.
We're sort of part of their group. But we're going to be going in on our own to do some investigating. But first of all, I think we should have a look around.
As you can see, sort of this is it.
Really?
Yeah. It's straight away. It has a really cool atmosphere, doesn't it? I really liked it when we came in because it was obviously this is just the gift shop, and we haven't had any sort of paranormal stories about this. Wow, you've gone completely black.
Thank you.
And as you can see, it has got a really cool atmosphere to it already. It's dressed up quite well. Obviously, a lot of this is just decoration as well. It's not obviously.
I think it's just stuff to buy.
No, yeah. Yes. I meant. Let's just go.
Can I buy the man with the arrow? Yeah. That would be wicked. I'd love to have that in the hallway. Healing, love, and good fortune crystals. There's just one outside of the bag there. I'll put that in a bag, so just when someone buys the crystals, they are actually in the bag.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just buying a bag. There's a bag of luck, but there's fuck all in it.
How lucky you are.
It's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We should probably mention that.
Yes.
Of all days for us to do it. And my dad always said if I didn't have any bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. So being on the worst luck day of the year, this is going to be great.
This is going to be great. Oh, we hope it's going to be great.
Well, I said it'd be so bad luck, nothing will happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So this way to discover the history of Shreve's house. I don't know what that means exactly.
I guess that's what this house was called then.
Yeah.
Shreve's house. Yeah. The changing face of Shreve's house. So is that how it started? What?
How did that happen?
That's insane.
Is it? How? That's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really bizarre. But we've actually got a map of the village we got to explore today.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That would be cool. I love that though.
Yeah.
Like proper old villages. There's no cars. There's just torture and witches and death and plagues.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Right. So, according to stories of this place, people are allowed to sit and lie on the bed and test the bed out. And I'm not going down that line. Apparently, like people have felt someone almost sit next to them, and the bed sort of sinks down. It might be worth trying out tonight, but I don't want any provocative ideas. Are you all right?
Yeah, I just wondered why Shakespeare's smoking a spliff.
What? Oh yeah.
Like he actually is as well. It's not. I'm not joking.
No.
It says he probably smoked pot and took cocaine, not uncommon in Tudor times. So I told you it's the good old days. I just need to show everyone, like, this is me. I really am Henry VIII. Oh fuck! Where'd that go? I don't fit in the seat. Perfect. Now do you get the look? I'll do the posing. There is some interesting activity in this room. People get their fondled in here. Little
People do, yeah. Women specifically, apparently, do get touched in this room.
Moving on.
You know, you go first, because if you die...
Where are we going?
I know, it's not a good idea.
The ship room.
Yeah.
This way to the ship. There's not a ship up here.
There are ships up there.
Are there?
Yeah.
So I just want to quickly point as well, you can hear the pub next door right now, but obviously by the time we start investigating that will be
Monge tooth.
quieter because it'll be shut, or we'll just be downstairs away from the noise. But you can hear it up here quite a bit. And that there is the ladder to the, what's it called?
Attic.
Right. The seance room.
There.
Well, they call it seance room, so it's going to be good, I think.
Also known as the attic.
Would you like to lead the way to the schoolroom, Mother Shipton's College, and Dr. D's library?
Yes. Okay, now we've got quite a couple of things set up. We have a bell today set up in this room. Now, earlier on during this walk around, it's probably good to note that I got really, really dizzy. I had to sit down for 5 minutes on this bench over here because I was just feeling really, really weird and zapped of energy. But then it kind of just washed over me and suddenly I was just completely better. But I wanted to sit in here because I just had a feeling, because it started in here, was something going to happen in here? And nothing did. But yes, I just felt really weird in this bit. But
And I feel nothing, I don't know why.
Absolutely nothing.
Everywhere, I've walked around here on my own and I'm just looking at stuff. Like I've not been... But I think once we turn the lights off and people will be quiet next door and so on, well, the pub is across, they're not attached to this.
No.
Just so people know. I think once the lights are off and it's quiet, it will be a bit different.
Yeah.
But it is cool though. There's a lot of cool little museum setups. I think a lot of this is kind of set up for kids in a sense. It's a sort of place to come a school trip, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's all about the kind of dark history of Tudors. But let's be perfectly honest, there aren't really many cheerful stories from Tudor times, are there?
No.
I mean, this whole thing here is about how they would half drown women just to shut them up if they spoke out of line.
Yeah.
And we tested someone was a witch by putting them under water to the point where they are nearly dead, revive them, and then do it again, and then they would keep doing it over and over again if they say that they are not a witch.
Yeah.
And then they would do it until they essentially admit to something, even if they haven't done it.
Yeah.
And then they would just set fire to them or hang them.
Yeah.
So it's like you either constantly get drowned over and over and over again, or you just simply admit that you've done something, even if you haven't done it, and then you get hung. Like hanged, whatever.
Hung, yeah, hang.
I mean, it's just...
It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
It's mental.
Now, there's more cool stuff everywhere. There's a lot of trigger objects, like natural trigger objects, which is quite good. So I will be quite intrigued to see if we're going to hear anything tonight.
Yeah. This woman has lots of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I assume she's a doctor of sorts.
Which?
But she's not very good at it by the looks of it, because he's looking in a lot of pain, blood coming out of his mouth. And I think I figured out why. So, you know, these days, we would use naproxen maybe, or a bit of morphine, or all sorts of incredible drugs.
Yeah.
Modern things that help people dearly. This woman is using the urine of a dead man. Like, I don't understand how this... I mean, did he die and then...
piss himself.
Then they extracted the urine from him?
Yeah, could done.
Or did they extract... Did he piss in a jar until they killed him? I'm not sure exactly. It might work only one way or the other.
Yeah.
They have the tongue of a dog.
Yeah.
Obviously. Pickled brains. Pickled eyeballs. More piss. Obviously. I mean, the worst one, I'll be honest, of all the things I can see on there, isn't all the lizard legs. It's the mercury.
Yes.
I mean, a witch's mummy, and next to some mercury. I mean, mercury's probably not the greatable medicine, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
I wonder how many people got ill in those days just from the medicines they used.
Oh, probably like 90%.
Because their logic was, you've got a headache, therefore I'm going to kill you,
Yeah.
and you will not have a headache anymore. So, well, job done, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really, yeah.
You're no longer complaining.
We're going to put a hole in your head, and that'll help
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you have a dodgy, gammy leg, you're sepsis or something, you just literally cut your leg off with a rusty saw.
Yeah.
It's a problem solved. You don't have a leg,
No.
but you don't have a dodgy leg anymore. You do.
Yeah. And then they bankrupt you for it.
Yeah, that'd be £400, please. I'm going to cut your leg off with a rusty saw and feed you some urine of a dead man.
Oh, yummy! Oh, I think I've got a kidney stone in this one. Yeah, so I've got a REM pod here because last week the group that invited us here, the police group, heard lots of walking.
What was that? It's like a stone. What did you tut?
No?
It's like a stone. Just... don't know. It's hard to hear because of the pub.
But yeah, heard lots of walking here, and they said that this was probably just, obviously, like a room. There wasn't a staircase here. We should probably go up now.
You're not hearing that? Something just moved in there. It's like a piece of paper just went shh. I hope I can enhance that enough to be able to hear that. It sounded like a piece of paper being slid off of a table, like a wooden table.
Straw?
Yeah, but if you brushed it across like that, but very weird. That's the first thing I've actually really felt like I've heard. Okay, you go first. Because you actually might die up there.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay.
Oh, wow. This has got the smell, the vibe. Like this, I don't know if it's just the stories or what, but it does feel different in here. 100%. Is this where they had a cat ball just get thrown off of the table?
Yeah.
Like apparently there was a cat ball that just got literally thrown. Like it wasn't just brushed off or knocked off. It was like launched.
That was last week.
Yeah. Right, okay. So that was the very upstairs. The rest of it I think is just down these stairs, which would never have been here.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting thing to think that these are new stairs and everything you look at would have just been flooring. Which is where they've also heard footsteps walking along this very part too.
Yeah.
So this would be a good spot for later on. But let's go down to show the last few parts.
Do you know, I can't even remember what's down this bit.
We've got the traitor in here.
Ah, yes.
Cool. And then we're back into the gift shop again.
Yes.
And that, I believe, is everything, isn't it?
That is everything. And it's going to be really good. So I think we should get investigating because it's cracking on. So we're starting on the bottom floor, and I was about to say everything. I was about to say everything's quietening down now, but it has quietened down. So let's call out. We're calling out to any spirits who remain in this beautiful, beautiful home. We're here to try and communicate, and you've probably had this a lot. A lot of people come here, so we apologise if you're a bit fed up with it. But people witness so much here that they can't see. They just hear things and witness strange things happening. People want answers to what's going on. So our question is, are you able to communicate with us tonight? We're here with total respect. Please, can you make some sounds for us? Can you knock on...
What was that?
Did you just hit...
And that was in the room as well. That wasn't like noise from outside
No.
somewhere, because I can hear people shouting far away.
It was like...
Yeah.
It was literally in this room here.
Yeah, it was sort of just here.
I think it was there.
I heard it in front of me.
I heard it like it was to my left, so obviously,
It's
yeah.
in between us then.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah.
It sounds more like a beep on the camera compared to what we heard, but it's not actually uncommon for us to hear things different than what the cameras pick up. But unfortunately, we can't exactly figure out what it is or where it's coming from because Elliot's an idiot and decided to talk over it.
Perfect. Thank you. Are you with us now?
We're just trying to establish some communication between you and us at the moment. Trying to find out who's here and then maybe chat to you. But we can't do that if we don't know where you are or if you are here at all. So can you make some noises for us to let us know that you are here? Can you come and speak to us? So I could hear walking then, upstairs, very far away. Yes, I think I may have just heard walking up. That's someone just standing on a floorboard.
Yes, it was. Wow.
I just want to actually show that there is no one there as well. And what does it sound like too?
Yeah, like that.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that step.
That is 100%
Here.
it. Someone's just stood on that step. That's instant. I'm amazed already. That's amazing. I know it's obviously like not some of the most amazing things we've ever captured already,
Well,
but
no,
so
but it's-
quickly.
And obvious as
And
well.
it was obvious
Loud.
right there. I heard it. It is possible that the noise could have come from upstairs, and you'll find out later on why that is a possibility. But for now, the sound was louder than what it was when Joe was walking upstairs. And we think that it could be due to the fact that there's a wooden ramp right next to where Joe is, so he could have stepped on it and made that noise.
You can see that I'm moving and maybe my foot just caught the edge of it. And we would know for certain if my Osmo camera was recording, but obviously it isn't. But there will be more of that later on.
Thank you so much.
That's weird though, because it's almost like trying to keep away from us.
Yeah.
No, that's noise, but it's like sneaking around, listening to us. That was a click.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah. I heard just a sound in the corner of this room. Right next to your camera, actually.
Right, okay.
What's just happened there? My camera just stopped recording.
What?
It has recorded that, though. Right, that's recording, that's recording. What on earth? I hope that's recorded everything properly. My camera just said accessing memory card and just turned off.
Oh, don't tell me we're having this issue again. Please tell me that's not gonna...
Well, I hope it's okay.
Okay. It was still way too early in the night to investigate upstairs for two reasons. One, nothing was happening at all, even though we were trying. And two, while we were trying, while nothing was happening, we were getting drunk people shouting from the pub next door, so it kind of ruined it, and they were like saying some really weird things like, "You are an absolute..."
So we waited around for a while and started investigating again downstairs. But not only did we know at this point that my Osmo camera hadn't recorded anything at all, and that the Canon camera stopped recording, but now my main Canon battery had completely drained. So Elliot decided to start recording so he could show you that, but when he did, this happened. What was that? That was upstairs. That's upstairs? Yeah. Is it not?
Yes.
Seven minutes. It's down to 6. It's gone down 2 minutes. Something's happening. Look, film that quickly, just to... We've only been here 41 minutes, including the walk around.
7 minutes. And we've just heard. That was very loud.
Just what on earth, though?
We need to go up.
Just how?
I know.
And it's the same spot. So, like, just quick sort of story update then, just quickly to explain what's happened.
Yeah.
We started here earlier. This was the first spot we started in, and we could hear what it was almost like the stair just there was creaking. That camera obviously wasn't recording. It has to not be recording. It's just how paranormal investigations go, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the one closest to where it was happening is not recording. And it's really irritating. So we've gone upstairs, we've gone all the way to the other end, and then we decided to stop for an hour because we can wait for all the pubs to close. They've all gone. It's now 12:30 or so. So we've come back to this very same spot.
To start, basically, we were going to start it again here.
Yeah, as if nothing had happened. We just explain it all quickly in an interview section, say this happened, this happened, this happened. But when we started it here before, this battery was already half dead.
Yeah.
So every time that I start the camera here, it loses 50% of its battery. I mean, look at the size of this battery.
Yeah.
Like, they're massive. They last for 2 hours.
Yeah. Non-stop.
And it's gone. It's just completely...
And we've just heard very, very loud footsteps. We've literally, like 5 minutes ago, came down and started from that middle floor. And now we've just heard walking up there again.
Yeah. Well, I am recording again now. I'm actually just going to take this off of this now.
Yeah, because this is mental.
Like, it's sort of gone a bit jumbled and weird, and now all of a sudden it's... Was that actually in the building?
That was definitely upstairs.
It sounded like a really
proper,
big metallic door there. Right. Dun dun. Let's go upstairs.
Definitely it's definitely recording, yeah.
Right. That would hopefully have picked up what we just heard, even if these weren't recording. There's nothing up here that can make that noise, though.
Uh-huh. I didn't move. That was here.
Yeah.
Oh. That's what that was just then. Now that the Osmo cameras were recording, it does prove our theory that it was just Joe standing on the wooden ramp which made the noise. But you might be thinking, well, hang on, you're professional ghost hunters here. This is ghost theory. You're supposed to be the best in the business. You should have known that at the time. You should have been aware of that. Well, we weren't, and it wasn't that easy, so don't have a go at me, all right? Because it's Joe's fault here, because Joe has to wear these extra spongy shoes, right, to basically support him because he's such a fat bastard. And because this wooden ramp is flush to the floor, we just didn't know. But with what happens later on, it does prove that our feelings that someone's walking around upstairs were well justified.
There are little clicks.
This is a literal repeat of exactly what we did before.
I know.
Exactly the same. Heard something up here, came to this same spot.
Yeah.
Hello? We have heard you now, many times. Can you keep walking around? We know that you're here. We can hear you. Any spirits who can hear us, we're calling out to you.
And it goes, the second you call out, nothing. You go about your day.
Yeah.
Sounds like people live here.
It's ridiculous. We go downstairs to get recording again, and then you're hearing like crazy footsteps up here.
Yeah.
When you're up here,
Nothing.
stops.
Calling out didn't really seem to be helping, or it didn't seem to be getting us anywhere anyway. We seem to be getting more by just not calling out and standing still and listening. So we decided that we should go up to the attic, also known as the Seance room, as that was supposed to be the most haunted part of the house. What do you feel in this room?
Right, so I kind of feel like it's like full of energy place. But it's almost like there's no one here right now. I feel like if this is supposedly active, and I believe that, you know, if ghosts exist, etc., then this would be the place. I don't feel like people are just like making it up. But right now, I don't feel like there's an entity present. But it feels like there has been. That's how I feel. And I'm not psychic or anything. That's just like a gut feeling.
I just feel like I need to constantly look over my shoulder in this spot.
Do you know, it's funny you say that, and I wish I actually just said that, because if you notice, I was looking at the camera, and it's because I kind of had this feeling that I need to keep an eye behind you.
Like, I'm starting to feel uneasy. I'm starting to feel like there's something stood behind me. which is a really weird feeling.
Yeah.
That's really odd. I'm trying not to think about it too. I don't want to just make it like a psychological thing where I'm imagining it, so therefore I feel that's what it is. But so is someone stood behind me right now? Fucking shit on me. Why do you keep looking at your camera?
Because I'm trying to see if there's anything behind you.
Should we get the feeling gone now?
We're here to communicate. The fuck was that?
I don't know. Sounds like it's coming from behind me. It sounds like it's the chairs that we're on, but neither of us are moving.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
it sounds like the chair directly behind me. That.
What the?
Eh?
What the hell?
That was really freaking me out because it's directly behind me. You can see I'm not moving at all.
Yeah, I can see that. The cat ball's not moved or anything.
What is that?
I don't know.
Just stay completely still. That was a tap. And again. And again. And again. There's a tap and then a click.
Now, we spent about an hour or so up in the attic, and all we heard were creaking of chairs, and that's just because that we're fat. But meanwhile, downstairs, the Osmo camera light turned itself off. Now, that could be down to a low battery. However, it is in the same place where one of the Canon cameras, while we were using it down there, turned itself off by, well, stopped recording. The other one drained completely flat, and then the Osmo, in the same place as where this one is, stopped recording entirely. Now, more evidence to suggest that it wasn't just battery issues is the fact that all my batteries went on all night.
So we start again for the final time downstairs in that same area. But this time there is no noise pollution from the outside. I'm definitely not stood on the ramp, and every camera and microphone is working. And this is where things start to get strange.
Okay, this has been a roller coaster investigation. We came here, we've heard things upstairs, we've then gone upstairs and come back down because then it was loud and stuff. It is now, what time is it? It's 2:30.
I shall have a look.
2:30 in the morning or something.
What's wrong with it?
Well, no, my tooth isn't hurting.
Oh, right. Because it went 2:30 this morning. Can I just quickly show that? 2:35, you can just about see that.
Yeah. So we haven't really investigated much yet. So
I'm having deja vu. This is the third time that we've... What the fuck? What the fuck? Every time we start in the same spot. But that's... I don't get it. I can promise you now, we got those stairs, stand there, we were here absolutely nothing. And then we end up walking around and we stop, and that's it, that's all we keep doing, the same loop. We hear shit here.
it's constant.
That was fucking loud.
I don't want to move because every time we get going up there it stopped.
Yeah, I know.
But I think we have to.
I just don't want to do the same thing over and over again.
I know. Literally the same thing.
Yeah.
We've got to go up. Why don't we?
But nothing will happen as soon as we got there.
Really weird. Why don't we go up the other way? I know it might make a difference, might not.
Yeah.
We go up the stairs where we had the footsteps. Whichever way that's through there, isn't it? And then back round.
Do you know what I'm thinking? I can't remember his name, but the guy who actually lives here. Does he think we've gone? Because we've been sat in the far end, outside of this building. Does he think that we've gone? And he's actually just upstairs?
No, because he says that he gets us to lock up because he doesn't come back in. He won't come back through. He said that.
Can we go upstairs to make sure there is no one upstairs? Yeah. Because that sounds so much like someone who's just walking around upstairs.
I haven't actually put my camera up yet. I can put my camera
upstairs.
Up there. Shit, listen. That's really clear, isn't it? Okay, we need to.
Let's go that way, like you said.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't see anything.
It's because it's dark.
I know.
This is so different now. You can't hear the sounds of people outside.
Oh, that scared the crap out of me.
at 2:30 in the morning.
There isn't.
Walking up and down there. Absolute zero chance. Well, it's not zero chance. We do need to find out though. Just to make sure. But
Fuck me, this is a sinister looking corridor. Listen. Did you hear that?
what?
There's a shh
Yeah.
behind you.
I thought that was you on this.
Oh, was it? It could have been.
So he lives in there.
Yeah.
Not like literally behind that. It's not a door, I don't think.
Yes, but behind the wall.
Like he doesn't go in and out of there is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But he is on that side of the wall.
Be careful of the REM pod. It's that noise.
Yeah, I know. Just for context as well, this is again what we can see. We're just walking around an old Tudor house with red lights on.
Well, there's no one here.
No, of course. I mean,
There isn't.
why would it be, really? I mean, there's no point in even kind of going down that line of thinking. We're not in an abandoned house.
Nope.
And this is where we were stood, or stood below.
Yep.
And now we've done exactly the same thing again. We've ended up, for some reason, directly in this spot.
All this time.
Why do we keep ending up here?
Exactly the same spot, yeah. Is there a spirit here with us?
That was pretty on command. I feel so uneasy all of a sudden. This place has changed now that everyone else has gone to sleep. As in
Yeah.
the town.
Okay. Fucking hell, I'm actually scared.
Yeah, I'm like proper on edge all of this. Like, just it's so different. It's so different. I don't know why. Now that you can't hear people out partying,
Yeah.
and it's just sheer silence.
Well, apart from that, it wasn't.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like because you can't hear the people around doing stuff. Kind of masks the noises and.
Yeah.
I think we need to go back down.
Every time, yeah. Now we know that there's no one upstairs, we left the camera running up there and decided to go back down to the same area as we started to hear all the footsteps. Can you hear us now?
I'm annoyed in a way that we actually went to go
I
and look, because
this is the problem with what we do, because
damned if you do and damned if you don't most
yeah,
of the time.
exactly. Hello? Do we go downstairs?
Everything that happens, we're hearing here. Well, everything.
Right.
Most stuff. As soon as we leave, we don't hear it.
I suppose it's the middle,
We
isn't
may
it?
as well just stay here and listen and capture things than run around chasing and not happening.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm bored of running around the building over and over again.
Did you just hear boom, boom?
It sounds like footsteps again, but different.
Very, very distant sounding or light,
Yeah.
heavy, bassy sound.
Yeah. It sounds like the same stuff, but just further away, so it's sort of less.
But we've got the camera up there. How?
It's like, what does it sound like? If I go up there and I'll walk. Well, you just stay there. I was going to put that on there, but I can film.
Okay.
Like, does it sound the same as what we're hearing, essentially? Wow, it stinks. It smells of that, germaline.
Again?
Oh, and something just clicked on the stairs. Okay, this isn't nice.
I'm coming up.
Hang on, listen. Does it sound the same? Does that sound the same?
Exactly the same.
Okay. I've just figured out what that smell is.
What?
It's this. What did the ship smell like?
Ah,
That's why I've smelled that a couple of times now.
okay.
So that sounds exactly the same. What we've just said, what we've heard is someone walking up and down here.
Yes, 100%.
But there is no one here to walk up and down here. The builders, we haven't looked above us, but it's exactly the same that it can't be above us because it would be too far away.
Yeah,
Right? There's no one in the building. There's no one connected to the building either side.
yeah,
So then, therefore, that is paranormal.
yep,
Right? Is that how that works?
yeah.
There's no other explanation. It's not a rat.
No.
It's not a person. It can't be anyone either side. It's too late for any of that anyway, realistically. No one is awake close enough to this building. And I don't know it because there's only one person attached to this building and he's all the way over there. He isn't walking up and down here. We've even got a camera down there now. You'd know.
That is... Yeah, that is paranormal.
It has to be. There's no other... I can't... There's one of the few times where I can't think of any other version. There's no other explanation.
I thought I heard it up there. This is amazing.
This is quite a strange one to figure out because on one hand we're hearing walking around, or movement at least, upstairs that we can just debunk as the wooden ramp downstairs. But then, on the other hand, we are hearing walking around upstairs when we know that there is no one up there and we're nowhere near the wooden ramp. We're also not the only people to have ever witnessed this.
We decided to go back up into the attic to see if we could get anything else to happen, now that we were convinced that we were getting some paranormal activity. But it was getting to that point in the night where everything was starting to die down, and the idea of doing another lap of that place just was not happening. So we decided to call it a night there. So were we actually witnessing something paranormal, or was it something else?